Police attack blind girl and her canine service dog. What happened next shocked everyone. The night was supposed to be ordinary, but within minutes, it turned into a nightmare no one could have imagined. A blind girl, her loyal canine service dog, and a police encounter that would leave the entire community speechless. Stay with me till the end, because what happened next will not just shock you, it will make you question everything you thought you knew about justice. Emma Carter was just 19 years old, blind since birth. She didn't see the world like you and I. She felt it, she heard it, and most of all, she trusted her service dog, Shadow. Shadow was a beautiful German shepherd, trained to guide her through busy streets, crowded train stations, and even the most chaotic situations. For Emma, Shadow wasn't just a guide. He was her eyes, her protector, and her only family after her parents died in a car accident 2 years ago. They lived in a small apartment in Brooksville, a town where everyone thought they knew everyone else. Until that night. It was a rainy Thursday evening. Emma had just finished her shift at the local library, where she worked part-time scanning audiobooks for the visually impaired. Shadow, as always, stayed alert by her side, watching the world she could not see. But that night, Shadow's ears perked up more than usual. His low growl vibrated through the leash. Emma gently patted his head, whispering, "It's okay, boy." She had no idea they were about to turn a corner and step right into the heart of a misunderstanding that would change their lives forever. Around the same time, police officers in the area were searching for a suspect, a man in his 20s, tall, wearing a dark hoodie. Reports claimed he was armed and dangerous. When Emma and Shadow turned down an alley as a shortcut home, fate played its cruel card. Through the pouring rain, officers saw only a tall figure in a hoodie walking quickly. They didn't notice the white cane. They didn't see the harness on Shadow. All they saw was a suspect. "Stop right there," an officer shouted. Emma froze, startled. "Who's there?" she called out, her voice trembling. Instead of answering, one officer rushed forward. Shadow barked, loud, sharp, protective. In the chaos, but in that split second, the situation spiraled out of control. A taser was fired. Shadow yelped. Emma screamed. The rain kept falling, drowning out Emma's sobs. Shadow lay trembling on the wet pavement, his fur singed where the taser hit. Finally, one officer noticed the white cane lying in the gutter. His face went pale. She's blind," he whispered. The entire street fell silent, except for the distant sound of thunder. Emma was taken to the hospital, Shadow to an emergency vet. Both survived physically, but emotionally, the damage was deep. News spread quickly. By morning, social media was flooded with videos from bystanders who had filmed the incident. Justice for Emma began trending nationwide. People were outraged, not just at the police, but at how quickly judgment had replaced compassion. The police department launched an internal investigation. Some officers came forward, admitting they acted without verifying. Emma was invited to testify at a town meeting. She stood before the crowd, Shadow lying at her feet, his head resting on her shoe. Her voice was calm, but every word pierced the silence like a knife. "You saw a suspect. Shadow saw a threat. I saw nothing, but I felt everything." Weeks later, the real suspect was caught, miles away from Brooksville. He confessed to crimes in another county. He looked nothing like Emma, and he didn't even own a dog. Months passed. Emma and Shadow healed, physically and emotionally. The town raised funds to create the Shadow Law, requiring police to undergo special training for interacting with people with disabilities and service animals. Emma became a public speaker, telling her story to inspire change. And Shadow? He never left her side, not for a second. Emma often says, "I may not have sight, but I see the world more clearly than ever before." Her story reminds us that in the darkness, there's always light, sometimes in the form of a loyal dog, sometimes in the form of a community that chooses compassion over judgment. And that night, It didn't break them. It made them unbreakable.